Hi friends, Wandering Pastor here out on kind of a dreary January day in the woods of Michigan by the trails and stuff, and I kind of wanted to come and share with you a little bit. Sometimes I challenge the people in my church to do something, and then I want to make sure that I do it as well. And this week I challenged people to testify to the goodness of God and what He's done in their life. What do I mean by testify? Well, if anybody has ever done something remarkable for you, you want to tell people about it. You want to thank them for it, and you want to testify to the goodness that you've experienced, right? Well, that's what I mean by testify. And so to share kind of with other people what God has done for you is something that I'm encouraging you to do. So I started to think about what has God done for me, and God has been very good to me. God has blessed me with a life that I could only imagine. I couldn't imagine. I grew up in a loving family here in Kalamazoo, Michigan, going to church all my life. It made, it was what I believed intellectually, but it didn't really do much of anything for me because I didn't really understand it. It was something I was taught. It was something I learned, but not something I grasped. I reached out and received. And so as a result, I in some ways rebelled against it after a while. And in my high school years, really was headed down a really dangerous, destructive road. But God, in His grace, sent some people along to share with me the different perspective about His grace, His love, His mercy, and the fact that I couldn't earn it. I just needed to receive it as a gift. And that made all the difference in my life. I know now that there is a spiritual enemy against everyone, and that I believe that enemy is Satan. And he is a liar and a cheat and a counterfeiter and a fake. And he wants to destroy everything that God does, everything God puts together. And he wants to destroy me and you. And if we're not close to God, we are, believe it or not, we are being destroyed by him. Well, I know that now, but I didn't back then. And until I reached out by faith and received the grace of God shown in Jesus Christ and started a relationship with Him, none of that really made any sense to me. But once I did that, it changed everything. And since then, I've learned so many things about it. That was 40 years ago. That was a long time ago. But I still am learning all kinds of things about the goodness of God and following Him and how important it is and the difference it makes, the difference He makes, and the grace of God. And, there's a verse that we've talked a lot about around our church. It's John 10, verse 10. And it's Jesus talking. He says, "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. But I have come that they might have life and have it to the full." And what does that mean? It means the thief, and I believe the thief, the ultimate thief, is Satan, comes only to mess everything up that God wants in your life. And if you're not moving closer to God, he's accomplishing it. Whether you know it or not, that's what's happening. But once you turn to the Lord through Jesus, He begins to give you full life the way it was designed to be, life the way He designed it to be lived. And His blessing of full life is something that I just can't get over. The truth is, anytime I submit to Him, seek His leadership, let Him lead me, life is blessed. Anytime. It doesn't mean I never go through trials and I never have problems, and all of those things are still true, but even then, He's walking with me through it. He's leading me through it. It really is about humbling myself and seeking His leadership. And when I do that, because I know that His will is good and pleasing and perfect, as the Word says, because I know that, I don't want to resist Him. And when I do resist Him, and I still do because I'm stupid that way, when I do resist him, it goes poorly. That's not a surprise. By his grace, he receives me back. He forgives me as I confess my sin, and life gets back on track with him at the helm again. And I guess I just want to testify that he is good, and he has given me life that is amazing, a life that is blessed in many, many ways, a life that has purpose and meaning and value and mission. And I am so thankful, and I am so undeserving. And I just want you to know that God who loves me and has given me life wants to give you life as well. And that same God who cares for me cares just as much for you. And he sent Jesus to give his life so that you and I could know him and to be loved by him and to follow him and to let him give us full life. So no matter your background, no matter your situation, no matter what you've done or what you feel like, maybe you've done too much or something, the great news is, no, God's grace is inexhaustible. God's grace is always there. God's grace is ready to save you, to redeem you, to set you on a new path and give you life. And I hope that no matter your background, no matter what you've done, I hope that you will turn to him, because I'm here to testify that after 40 years of following him, I'm learning more every day, and I'm loving him more every day. And I just want you to know that too. Okay? Wandering Pastor saying peace. Hope you have a great day.